we're diving into part 2 of the moon sign compatibility. I'm going to give you guys what you want, the simple, basic, similar elements, sextiles, those easy moon connections. I was surprised in my last video, a lot of the married couples said that they had the moon sign connections that I mentioned, and then everybody else was just like, no, I don't think that would work because it's a square or it's an opposition. Like, okay, well, listen to the people that are actually married. But anyway, we're going to dive into the other moon signs that I do think are also compatible. First is Aries and Aquarius. This is a fire and an air sign, and they are very good together because they're both very independent, very outgoing, wanting to just have fun and be spontaneous and kind of break the rules together. They're that kind of energy. I think this is actually really great for friendships and for like exploring and adventure, and that type of energy. So it's a good combo. So this is a sextile, so they will, textbook, they will get along very well. Next is your Libra and your Taurus, which is both ruled by Venus, and of course they are going to be a good match because they're both Venusian. They appreciate relationships and connection and partnership, the luxuries of life. They're going to like to do those types of things together, go to fancy restaurants, shopping, appreciate materialism together. But Libra is a little more social and outgoing and wanting to communicate and be around tons of people, where Taurus moon is more introverted, wanting to stay home, wanting to just kind of have like one-on-one time is more of what a Taurus likes to do, going to dinners, like having movie nights, doing more intimate things. So that is kind of where they would struggle, is just maybe not always being on the same page of like what activities or how much social interaction they want to have. Taurus moons love to be home. They want to go home. They want to chill. They don't want to be like out and about all the time. Virgo and Capricorn, like this man up here said, that he gets along with other earth moon signs. Of course, Virgo and Capricorn will get along fine. They will enjoy, building together. They'll enjoy just working together and creating things together, creating a home or creating a business. They see eye to eye in that type of thing. Virgo can help Capricorn with the details and with organizing their life, or with just like the minute things, and Capricorn can kind of take on this big strides and lead the way, and have kind of the vision. But I think Capricorn would get a little bit annoyed with Virgo's like nitpicky kind of picky side, because they just want to be able to kind of do their own thing, and they don't really like to listen to all that criticism all the time. So that could have that problem, but otherwise it's a good match. Pisces and Scorpio moons, of course, Scorpio moons are more secretive, more emotional, keep to themselves, a little bit paranoid. Pisces moons as well, they have kind of that deeper emotional side, definitely leaning into like fantasy and maybe even delusion. Very sensitive, very emotional, and that's why they get along well, because they see that emotion and they appreciate it within one another. They can connect and they can relate, and in that way. A lot of other signs are just a little too harsh and cold and serious, where these two will, appreciate like, okay, we need to have our emotional time, our connectivity. We have to kind of get deep and go through all these topics together, and maybe work through these emotional issues or problems that we're having. It's even good for just like fantasy, because they're both water signs, so they can both be able to get into their imagination together and just have like a fun time with that, if they're able to express it like in romance or different ways of connecting like that. But don't get into drugs with one another, because that would be a bad combination. You guys would feed each other that type of stuff, like feed into each other's BS with that, and just tell each other, yeah, let's do it, let's go, like diving off the deep end with one another. You guys would definitely push each other to your limits. Now a Cancer and Taurus moon, this is a good combo. Water, earth, can't go wrong. Cancer is going to help support that Taurus moon. Taurus moon's going to enjoy staying home with the Cancer moon. Like, that's a match made in heaven. They would love to just be introverted, stay home, stay together, stay with the family, go out as little as possible, and just build a family, like a strong family together. That Taurus moon needs a lot of reassurance and like attention, where the Cancer moon is willing to usually do that and give that to the Taurus moon, and vice versa. Now, Libra and Aquarius moon, this is a good match. They're both air signs. They both, are pretty outgoing and social and would get along super well. Aquarius moon people need someone who like supports them and respects them, but also gives them their space, gives them their freedom. So that's the only thing with Libra, is they usually want more of like a codependent relationship where they can always like be with their partner and always rely on them for everything, where Aquarius would probably just get a little bit annoyed with that because they want to have more independence and autonomy with what they do. So they are both air signs, so yeah, in theory they get along, but actually like romantic partnerships, I'm not sure if that would be the best fit, because Libra needs a lot of reassurance and attention, and Aquarius kind of wants to be left alone. So good match, but I wouldn't say it's the best. Now, Gemini and Sagittarius moon, this is air and fire. These two get along really well. They both are usually social, outgoing, extroverted type of people that like to be spontaneous, try new things, always have new experiences. Like, this is a textbook good combination. Like, they're gonna be a great match. The only thing is that the Sagittarius person could possibly get annoyed with the Gemini's like flakiness, but the Sagittarius does it too. They are both can be flaky, but they will definitely be like the life of the party together. They'll love to travel, love to explore, experience new things in that way. The Sagittarius moon is just a little bit righteous though, so they always think that they're right and they always think that their way is the best. So sometimes the Gemini can, be like, okay, this person's a know-it-all, because they're usually the ones that are like talking and, expressing their opinions a lot and letting everyone know what they think. So they just can butt heads if they're not on the same page. So that is another moon sign compatibility. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts below.